Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Case by Case podcast. I'm your host, Casey, and today I have makeup expert here, RAMSES Bane. How are you?
Hi everyone! I'm super excited to be here. Thank you, Casey, for inviting me.
Of
And
course.
we're gonna gossip, we're gonna tell all the drama, and we're gonna spill
Mm-hmm.
the tea. So get ready.
Oh, yes, we have so much to talk about, especially because we have been friends since middle school. Like, it's been
Yes,
years and years.
I know,
And
right?
funny enough, I remember in high school, like, we were like in English class, you came up to me and you were like, I kind of want to start a makeup page. And I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay. Because you did like the makeup for our theater. I was in theater. So like you ended up doing the makeup for the show. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, like, why not? And you were like, I'm in between names though, like this and this. Like, I don't know what to
I
do.
know.
And like, I feel like you and I, well, we had a love for Joy Graceffa. Like,
Oh my
huge.
god, stop.
And oh my god, I was moving, like I moved out of this room, well, into this room, and like while I was moving, I found a signed poster that I had from him, like deep in my closet. And
Oh
I was
my
like, oh my
god.
goodness, like you are the only person that really got my like love for Joey. So like I feel
Yes.
like social media was kind of always in our like future.
I know.
Always.
I know because like I remember doing your YouTube videos back then too,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Casey, you need to post, you need to
I
continue doing
know.
it so good. I was hyping you up since day one, and
Literally.
still do. But like I love it honestly, and yeah, our love for Joy Graceffa like started at a pretty young age. That was an obsession, honestly,
No,
with
literally.
all of them, with all the YouTubers. But it's funny enough, I have also a signed book, one of his Children of Eden
Yes.
books.
Yes.
And the glasses and the pictures, like I still have them, girl.
No,
And I
yeah.
still watch his videos.
He was like our blueprint. Like we wanted to
Literally.
be him so bad.
Oh
I remember like my
my
mom was even
goodness.
like, "What do you like about this guy so much?" Like he's doesn't really do much. I'm like, "Mom, you don't understand. Like
Yeah,
he's so
literally.
good." And like I thought he was like the king of YouTube. Like I was like, "There's
Oh
no
my
one
god.
topping him. Like nothing." And like I even met
Absolutely.
him when like he had like his first book. And I remember I was shaking. Like I was like, oh my god, like I'm in the presence of a
Yeah.
goddess right now.
Literally. Literally, I was so nervous, and I like I didn't read the book or anything, but I went as like kind of cosplaying. Honestly, I just threw a bang on and like a freaking jacket, and I told him like, "Hey, I'm Ash, one of your characters," and he's like, "Oh, really?" And he grabbed one of the little gifts from the bag and he gave them to me, and I'm
Aww.
like, "Oh my god!" We took a picture. Everything was incredible. I was so nervous though. I was
No,
so
yeah, he's
nervous.
a lot taller in person. Like when I came up to him, I was
Yes.
like, oh yeah,
I
where
love
is
how
all
we're
of this
talking
in the
about Joy
videos?
Graceffa. We're talking about Joy
I
like
know
we met
everyone
yesterday.
like this was literally like 8 years ago. Like I met him so long ago, and I'm
Literally
like
8 years ago.
I'm still like remembering it to this day. But
Still fangirling over Joy.
oh, for sure. I honestly don't watch his videos anymore. Like, I don't watch any YouTubers anymore, which is crazy because, like, oh my god, not to expose myself, but like, I used to have like a multi fandom fan page on Instagram of like all YouTubers. I'm talking like Troy Sivan. Well, Troy Sivan, I still love Troy Sivan, like to this day. But Troy
Yeah.
Sivan, Tyler Oakley, like, um, Joy Graceffa, like all of these YouTubers, I
Everyone.
had like a huge fan page for, and I don't watch any of them anymore. Like the only people I watch
Yeah.
is Jenna Marbles, who like may she rest in peace, and Julian. That's it. That's the only reason
I
I go
know
to
you
YouTube.
had an obsession. I know you had an obsession too with KJ and JC. Was it
Oh
KJ and
yeah,
JC?
the O2L, like Connor
Yeah.
Franta, like no, all of them. Like trust me,
Yeah, all of them.
every single
You were
YouTuber.
that girl.
I was
That
no, I
little.
was. I was that girl. I really was. And like I
Yes.
was no, like they took over my life. And I remember when I went to Playlist Live, oh my god, I met Dan and
Oh,
Phil. Like I was living
yeah.
at that time.
Oh my
But
god.
with social media, obviously you started and like over TikTok, Instagram, you have like thousands and thousands of followers. Do you think that came from like it was gradual? Do you think you got this fandom like
Yeah.
immediately, or what was it like for
Yeah.
you?
It was, I believe so now that I have been doing this for almost 4 years now. For me at the beginning, because I started before the pandemic, literally 2020, and on TikTok, and then on Instagram and everything else, I started on in 2018. But on TikTok, especially, which is my biggest platform right now, it was pure luck, Casey. I feel like it was, that booming, like that starting point from TikTok on 2020, and literally in 1 month, I grew 200K followers on
Yeah,
TikTok,
I know.
which is insane. Which is insane. But from there, girl, shadow ban, haven't grown shit, anything. Like it was so bad. But little by little, I literally just got out of my shadow ban like a couple of weeks ago, so I'm
Yeah.
growing now.
No, yeah, I remember seeing like the tiger like little thing and like the black and
Yes.
white, and I was like, wow. And then when I found you on TikTok, like you had already had like 100,000, and I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
like this is crazy. Because seeing like the only people that we can really compare to like having success from like where we're from is like Sile, Julie, like the bad wiggies.
I
Love
love
them
how
to
you
death. I still
mentioned them.
talk
I
to
met
them.
I met Sile. I met Sile a couple weeks ago at
Really?
Valentina's and Jacob. Yeah, I went
Oh,
to
at the
Valentina's and Jacob's
wedding.
wedding.
You were
Yes,
there?
yes,
Oh
I
my,
was
wait.
there.
Everyone and their
I
mother
haven't
was there
posted
then.
it.
What the fuck?
I know, right? But like, look, I couldn't post anything because I post like most of the wedding videos and stuff.
Hmm.
But since Valentina and Jacob haven't posted anything yet at the time, they told me like, oh, please, can you take them down for just a couple of days because we
Oh,
haven't posted and we want to be the first one. So it's just like all of us post at the same time. It's like a little strategy, I thought. And I was like, yeah, yeah, of course. So I need to repost them. But yeah, I was there, girl. I met them all, the
that's
TikTokers.
crazy. What the fuck? No, I just remember seeing like my whole
Yeah.
For You page was like that wedding. I'm like, who isn't going to this
Literally,
wedding? But Sile, I
literally.
still talk to, like, we DM all the time. Like, that's my
No
girl.
way. Oh my
And but
god. I
Julie,
met. Yeah.
Julie is like very rare. I think she just doesn't check her DMs, but like same, because I suck at
Yeah.
responding to DMs sometimes. But they're the only ones that like we know personally, are like, and we went to school with them, that literally live in LA, best friends with James Charles, like
Wait, what?
that time. And
Wait,
like,
what? We went to school with.
I
Wait,
know,
didn't. Wait, Casey. I'm so confused. Didn't they go to.
I didn't
Or
know.
they went to.
I went to,
No, I went too.
yeah, but no,
Of
they went
course.
to, I don't know where they went.
They went to. But I mean, I get what you're saying because I know some of my friends were friends with them too.
But we
And then
went to
they
middle
blew
school with
up.
them. They went to,
What?
yes, that's how I know Sile and Julie. La otra, I have no idea who she is. God bless her soul. She's great. Love
Emily?
her. Emily. Don't, I think they met in high school. But yes, we
What?
went to middle school
Wait.
with them.
You're
I swear. I
mind
swear.
blown. Casey, you got me shook. Like, I knew them because I was following them and stuff, and then I saw in one of their videos that they were talking about going to. I live next to, but like, it's crazy because I was like, oh my god, we were so close, but so far. Like,
No, you went to middle
but
school with
then
them. You literally went to middle school with them. I swear. We all did. That's
insane.
how I met all of them. And then like seeing them, like that's why like when they like took a picture with James Charles like
Shook.
casually, I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I used to know them.
Shook.
But you are very close to that now because like
I mean,
you could easily meet like half a mil on TikTok, and then just keep growing from there, because you had a portion of like not posting like on Instagram or TikTok, and then you're bringing it back. Oh, you don't think
no,
I'm a fan of
you
you?
exposing me. No, you exposing me, Casey.
But no, I'm like literally a fan of
Love
you.
it.
Like me and my friends talk about you,
Aw,
and I'm like, no, yeah, I know, and I'm like, I don't know, he hasn't
stop it,
posted in a while. Maybe like he's just not his thing anymore. But then like you started
girl.
posting it, and I'm like, no, this is his thing.
Yeah.
Especially the
You
Vogue
know what
casting call.
happened?
You think I didn't see that?
Oh my
Mm.
god, girl. You know what happened?
Mm.
Depression. That's what
The
happened.
pandemic.
Depression, the pandemic, and
Mm-hmm.
also like a lot of family stuff. Honestly, like, girl, having like a tough 2 years with my family. I had a lot of family that passed away because of COVID, and it was like, death after death after death. So it was a lot to my family. So that's why I completely stopped for like almost 2 years, honestly. So now I'm coming back with everything, like as you saw, like the latest videos, I'm like all out, like,
Yeah.
girl, can we curse? I don't know if we can curse,
Of
but you will
course.
be.
Of course.
But like, oh my god, yeah, like my goal this year, I set a goal for this year that I'm gonna change everything from my life this year, like from friendships to my attitude to my content through my opportunities. I want everything to change because I feel like this is my year, although I have had a tough first part of the year, but I'm getting ready, to blow up and be my authentic self and conquer the world, bitch.
For real, period. No, yeah, I think like even like with me, obviously like I'm back to I changed like everything on my podcast, like and I'm changing everything with like online. I'm even active on TikTok, which I used to never be active on TikTok. But like
Yeah.
all of that, like with the pandemic, like you saying, like people passing away. I lost my aunt as well on my birthday during lockdown. And like feeling those experiences of like, oh my god, like I lost somebody and I can't go and like say goodbye to them personally, or like because there was no funerals happening at that time, there was
Yeah,
nothing.
no,
And it's like it
nothing.
sucks because all they offered you was like, oh, we can cremate them, and it's like I don't want that, like I don't.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
it would definitely, it takes a toll on a person, like, and I've had different conversations with people being like, oh, like the pandemic was just like me like in my room making TikToks, and it's like, oh, I was sobbing like every day,
Yeah,
and like must be nice.
literally.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Although, like throughout the pandemic, I was like, I believe, like maybe at the beginning, like like posting here and there. But honestly, I couldn't find the motivation after all that happened. So I just, decided to take a break, analyze my life, everything. And I mean, like, we're still young, like, we're 22, 21, 23. Like, we have a whole life ahead. So I used to compare myself so much with other influencers, like especially with James Charles. Like, I was like, he's 21 and he already has a mansion. What am I doing with my life if I want to do it, if I want to become an influencer? I'm a failure. But then I learned pretty recently, honestly, that everybody has their timing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes takes longer to others, but your timing is perfect. So don't stress about you not making it right now, you're not having the views, or just continue working, and all that hard work will pay off at any given moment, because you never know when you can go viral, or when you can, grow out of nowhere, or you never know what is gonna happen in your future.
For
For
sure.
sure.
I had a friend in college. She has like 1.5 mil on TikTok. And she went to FIU like super casual, and she has a podcast and it does super well, and she just kind of told me, she's like, you need to get over your fear of looking embarrassing or being cringe,
Oh
because
yeah.
like the algorithm can't put your content out if there's no content. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that it's like it makes so much sense. But like when you're so in your head and you're like, this needs to be perfect, and like on TikTok I grew when I just posted whatever. And like obviously I
Exactly.
started a new account because like I just wanted a
Yeah,
complete
I saw.
new thing.
I
But
saw it.
like
I saw it.
as long as there's consistency, like that's all the algorithm seems to really
Exactly.
favor. So like that's what I'm trying to do. And like, but it can also be hard, like figuring out what
Yeah.
to post and what's actually entertaining. I
Yeah.
don't know, like what's entertaining to
Yeah.
me can like doesn't have to be entertaining to everybody else, and like it's difficult. But
Yeah. I feel like my piece of advice for what you're trying to do right now, Casey, is just post whatever makes you happy, whatever you like. It doesn't matter if your content like doesn't suit everyone. You're not creating content for everyone. You're creating content for your audience, for the people that love you, for the people that have the same sense of humor than you. The same interests as you. So just do what you love, post what you love, even if it doesn't get views at first. Just do it because you love it, but also try different things, just to spark a little dance in there, even though if you're not a dancer. I'm me either, but like I just did a dance the other day. But like you never know what is gonna go viral. Sometimes the most useless like piece of content, like literally you preparing like a copy, can go super viral,
I know.
and you never knew. Exactly. So my piece of advice: do what you love, post what you love, and sprinkle a little of everything
A little
on
little
top.
there and there. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But so with are you in school? Are you in college?
No, Casey. You know that after I graduated with my certification, that I was on the vet program and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go to college. I couldn't, and I had scholarships and everything, girl, and I couldn't because life.
Yeah.
But I after I finished, I started my social media, and that's how I dedicated most of the time to grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
So
guess
are you like an influencer full time? Like, is that what's paying the bills? Or like, do you have a
yes.
side job that you're like,
I mean, I'm a full-time influencer, but since I'm also a makeup artist, I also work on sets a lot. Like I do makeup on productions, on music videos here in Miami, on models. I also do like local, like regular makeups. Like, girl, if you need to go to prom, I'll do your makeup. So, so yeah, I do a little bit of everything, but mainly social media. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna ask you since we live in Miami, it's such a like quinceañeras, proms,
Yeah,
homecoming,
weddings.
weddings también. Like, would you open up like your own makeup studio or are you just like,
Honestly, it will be helpful for those clients, yes. So I have a space for them, but I usually travel to where they are. But I don't want to be a makeup artist as my career. I want to be an influencer. The goal right now is to become an influencer, like a real influencer. But the ultimate goal is to conquer the world.
slay, as you should?
No, no, no. The ultimate goal is, to have my own beauty brand, to have my own fashion line, to, have properties, like think big, big. And I think that I will get it. Maybe even a pop star. You never know.
You sing?
So,
Do you sing?
no, I don't.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't. I don't sing, but I mean, some artists can't sing either, and they're pop stars.
Oh, tea, tea.
Yeah, I mean, have you listened to Bad Bunny, girl?
Para con eso. I love Bad Bunny. Stop it.
But can he sing though?
No, no, no. I'm not saying
Is
he's
that
no.
singing?
He talks. He talks.
Exactly. He talks. If he can do it, I can too. Why not?
Exactly. No, I have heard some artists where I'm like, oi, like,
Yeah.
oi, but they make
Don't
it,
get
and
me
I'm
wrong. I
like,
love Bad Bunny.
no, but
The drama. I told you there was gonna be drama.
so wait, do you get recognized like when you go out?
Um, you know that at the beginning I used to like when I went viral on 2020. I used to like I was in a dollar store and the girl was like, "Oh my god, I know you from TikTok," and I'm like, "What?" And I look like literally a mess.
Mm,
But she did take a picture with me. That was probably one of the only time. Oh no, of course, on the events like other influencers, they do
yeah.
recognize each other because we're in the same industry. But as far from that, like not really like on the streets, not now.
No, like, so you do get invited to events and stuff. Like, how was your first one? Like, what
Yes.
was, you were like, did you think it was a joke? Because me, I would probably think, like, oh, this is a lie,
No.
and, like, not go.
No, 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 absolutely no. Like I knew that if I was getting into this crazy industry, like on the influencer world, I knew that this could happen. So my first event was actually before I started my TikTok account, 2019. That was actually like the first year that I got most of the first stuff for me, like my first makeup award, my first event, my first campaign, like everything. So that first year was like, yeah, we're gonna do a launch for Carla Beauty, and she's doing a launch of her new palette, and we would love to invite you for this dinner party. And it's like a semi-formal attire, and just go. And I didn't know like okay, yeah, it's like close by, like yeah, how I dress. I don't know if I should go with makeup. I don't know if I should go as myself. Like I don't know if I'm going too formal or not. Like I was super stressed, but I bought her some flowers because I always bring flowers everywhere, and I just gave her that, and we just sat on a huge, like super like fancy dinner, and there was a lot of Hispanic celebrities in there, and also like a lot of influencers that I have never met in my life.
Mm,
But out of that dinner table, dinner party, I met so many people and made so many connections that until this day, they're super close to me. So yeah, it was a little weird at first because what am I doing here? But I learned at first you feel super awkward because you don't know like how you should talk, you don't know what they're doing. They all record everything. Literally looks like a freaking, I don't know, like everybody's recording the food, the napkins, and I'm like here sitting like what is going on.
mm-hmm,
But then you learn to imitate, and you learn that you should be recording and tagging and talking and networking, and
mm-hmm.
from those connections you can get jobs. So yeah. I don't know if I answered your question, but
No, it did, but like, So you just naturally adapt because I remember like we had graduated high school and you got like your first PR package. And it was like to like
Yes.
Color Pop or something big. Anastasia,
Anastasia Beverly
yes.
Hills.
Oh my god, I remember like seeing your story and I was like, this is crazy. Like
I
he's gonna
know.
make it so far because being on a PR list, like you think like Kim Kardashian, James Charles, like those type of people get PR. But then you were
Yeah.
getting PR and I was like, oh my god, like this is insane for him. Like I was so happy for you. Like I
Oh,
was.
thank you. Yeah,
But
yeah.
so then like do you still get PR or like
Girl, I'm overwhelmed with PR. My whole room is full of boxes from the
really?
past month. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's a little crazy. I'll take a picture and send it to you later because it's a pretty mess. But yeah, I live on top of boxes literally.
But
But
how do you get PR? Like do you sign up
okay.
or
No, no, no. Okay, sometimes, like, this is how it works. Like, that first Anastasia PR, I believe that was sent from God, literally. Also, it was my part because I was spamming Norvina, which is Anastasia's daughter.
Mhm.
I was spamming her every day for 3 weeks on Twitter to add me to the PR because they were doing a PR search. So I literally opened a Twitter just for her.
Oh my god, I suck at
But
Twitter.
yes, yeah, me too. Like I don't really use it, but I opened the Twitter just to be on the Anastasia PR, and the few little makeup looks I did, super edited out on Photoshop, I just sent them to her every single day at 3 a.m. because that was the time that she was online on California. And I sent it to them at 3 a.m. through Twitter to add me to the PR list, and girl, I got in.
That's
I got in.
crazy. But like,
Yes.
so do you? Cause how do they know your address? Like, do they email
Okay, okay,
you?
so yeah. So after I was doing that for Anastasia, they do send an email. So you have to have your emails like available on all your social media, on your bios, everywhere that they can reach out to you. And they will usually reach out through email and they will ask you like, hey, welcome to our PR list, send us all your information, your shipping address, your phone number, and all your your name. And they also, like, Anastasia did something that I have barely seen on other brands. They send you a whole catalog of all the products that you want and they tell you how many to pick. So like, for example, a brow powder, okay, you can pick two shades of our brow powder, then two shades of
Wow.
your concealers. And they had like, they sent me my first PR box, which is, that's what I'm saying, that is a blessing from God. I didn't have any makeup, Casey. I only have a little NYX Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that cost $14 from Ross. And that's the only thing that I use. But after I got to the PR from Anastasia, they sent me a $5,000 PR box with all their products,
Oh
all
my
their brushes,
god.
everything, brow products, foundations, concealers, everything that you can imagine. So I was like, damn. So now I have brushes. Now I have all the tools to continue doing this. So I was super blessed by that. But girl, after like 8 months, they did a clearance of all the PR people and they took me out. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm still super grateful. Honestly, I wasn't even mad because I would take myself out too because of the content I was creating back then. Hideous, but
No, that was your
but it
start.
was. I know, but like, yeah, like they took a bunch. They took over like 800 people out of the PR list, I believe. Yeah, because they added so many out of that PR search. They couldn't handle the masses.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like after that, and little by little, like brands started sending me, and then I learned from taking workshops and like asking my friends, like the new people, the new friends that I met from that dinner
Mm-hmm.
table. I was like, hey, how should I reach out? Like, how do you get PR? The same questions that you're asking, I asked them.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get PR? Like, how do you make the email? How do you make the proposal? Like, what should I ask? And little by little, you start, like learning the methods, learning the formulas, learning the emails. And yeah, you would just start reaching out. I usually start reaching out a lot to the brands and they will reply if they will add me or not. Sometimes they will pay to also review the products that they're sending. So you're not only getting free product, they're also paying you to show that product either on a
Wow.
story or on a video. So yeah, that's usually how it works. I also do get PR requests or product reviews requests through DMs on Instagram right now. Everything works a lot faster through DMs, but I will still send all the emails just in case.
Oh, that's because like obviously like I'm not like a makeup person, I never will be, but like I've always wondered that. I'm like, how do they know like where to send it to?
Yeah.
Like, and I have seen like people like post like this is my PR I got in one day, and like it'll be this like taller than them, like to the ceiling
Yeah.
of PR, and I'm like, but damn, these brands just be like giving everything out for free. Like the Rare Beauty
Yes.
PR, that is the only PR I want to be on because she sent
Me too.
like all of her blushes to like everyone on the PR list. I was like,
Yes.
I want a spot in the PR list, please.
Oh my
Jeez.
god. Yes, that's awesome. And yeah, sometimes like the bigger influencers, especially the beauty gurus, they will get like so much PR in one day. I will get probably the same amount or so slightly, but in throughout a month or 2 months. But they get it in one day, and that's a lot. Like Casey, you need to understand that. Yeah, you say just to one brand and just to the other brand, but does get overwhelming, girl. Like your whole house is full of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, and you have to wait. Sometimes people just open them like in one day and everything, and they just make a little story. But if you want to do it like properly, you make a video opening all the PR boxes and everything. But collecting so many boxes, and those boxes collect dust, and sometimes the products you don't get to use them, so you until you record that video. So it's a lot of planning that also goes through. But yeah, it's a lot sometimes. But I'm still grateful. I love it. I love it. I would not change it for anything.
Yeah, I'm sure, like for real. But so obviously this is like the Pride series. So
Yay!
we're gonna talk about Pride. So
Yeah, let's talk about
it
Pride.
is Pride. Have you done anything? Are you gonna do anything? Like go to a parade?
Yes, actually, I'm going to my first Pride parade. I have never been, but it's in I don't remember. It's like pretty far away. I think. Oh, Fort Lauderdale on the 17th, I think. And yeah, I actually need to record a sponsor post in there. But also, I'm going. I'm also going because I wanna experience it for the first time and see what is going on. So, girl, if you wanna go with me, let's
Oh
go.
my god, let's go. I
I'll
wanna
I'll
go.
I'll pick you up.
Okay. Oh my god, yes, because I want to go to a pride parade so bad. Like I've never been. But like I just want to like experience it. Like
Yes. Have you ever been? No, never.
no,
Okay.
literally, like, let's go. But so your pronouns are he, him, but
Yes,
you
correct.
present like feminine on like social media and like you'll wear a wig and like you'll do like the full beat and you'll wear
Yes.
dresses and everything. So like you kind of also said like earlier in this podcast that like do you dress like yourself or do you wear makeup? So like do you see them as like two different people? Like I'm Ramses and then now I'm like beauty star or like what is it like gender and pronouns to you? Like what is that to you?
I mean, honestly, you can call me whatever you want on. You can call me whatever you want, but just don't, disrespect me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can call me a bitch, but like a kind bitch. A loving bitch. But no, like honestly, for my pronouns and stuff, I'm not really picky. Like just call me whatever you want, as long as you don't disrespect me. Like usually, it's easier for people when I'm in full wig, full makeup, nails, everything. Call me a she.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. I feel a little better when they call me a she, honestly, when I'm dressed up. But when I'm usually myself, like here, him, like, and that will be it, honestly. I'm not too picky with the pronouns. I'm pretty flexible, and yeah, I love it.
For sure. And like you, I mean, like you've obviously like posted like about guys and like you've posted like dancing on guys. Ooh. And
Oh my god, Casey.
and like you've never really fully confirmed yes I'm gay or yes I'm whatever, I'm not straight, I'm queer. And was that like on purpose, like for your audience? Like because I know like for some people, I have another friend who's non-binary and they said the second they came out as non-binary, that became their entire like definition. Like everyone referred to them as, oh yeah, that's the non-binary one. So did you, it's not like you keep it a secret or anything, but it's like, do you kind of not talk about it that much because you don't want it to be like the only thing you're known for, or
No, honestly, I don't give a fuck. No, no, no. Honestly, like I don't really care. Like people know I dress up. And like if they ask me, I will tell them. Like I have no secrets or anything to Like I feel like I don't really share much of my content because I really don't know why. Like I just don't create as much as queer content. I create more beauty reviews, stuff like experiences, like red carpets or stuff like that. So but I'm starting to open up more. Trying to like show more of myself to my audience and stuff. Like recently, I went to another podcast with one of my besties, and we were open. We were talking about sexuality and how I represent, like how was my coming out story and everything. So I added that into my content too, so people know a little bit of my story. And I want to open up, but it's not a secret or anything. I just haven't shared it yet.
Right. And like
Yeah.
obviously like you can hear it in the accent, and like I've been speaking Spanish to you like throughout here. You have like you were raised in a Hispanic household, and like you still live with your parents and everything. Like how did they take you becoming like this beauty influencer and wearing wigs and everything? Like were they like hesitant, or were they just like fully embracing open arms from the beginning?
I mean, honestly, I have been a little crazy since I was little. So, like, it wasn't really a huge shock for them for me to do all of this. Of course, it was pretty gradual. Little by little, I first came out to them. That was, of course, living in a Hispanic household. It was gonna be a shock, even if they expected it. It's always gonna be a shock. But they learned to accept that. And then when I decided to do makeup, I actually hid it from them for like almost 6 months or a year or something. Like they were all blocked from social media. Like they didn't know about my makeup account at all. And I started doing special effects on my makeup account, and then little by little started digging into beauty, because at that time beauty boys were the boom, so I wanted to experiment. But that one thing led to another thing, and I started to do more beauty content. I knew that there was the money in the beauty content instead of special effects. And I started introducing that to my parents. I started doing makeup looks, practicing here in my house, showing them progress or whatever. I started doing makeup on my mom, on my sister, they for like events or like reunions, and they liked it, so they saw the talent in me. I feel like they were, of course, super scared for me going out in public, like in full beat like makeup, especially at the beginning, and more like boy presenting, I guess, and then using the makeup, because they were scared that someone was gonna attack me or be aggressive towards me on the street. And but I'm a very tough cookie. Like no one can tell me what to do. So
Yeah.
I told him like, hey, like I'm gonna go out like this, even if you don't like it, because this is me. And if something happens, hopefully I know how to defend myself. But I will not get in trouble. I can promise you that. So I started as a beauty boy, and then little by little, like with the nails, and then I started dressing more like feminine last year. No, 2021. No, 2022. So like last year,
Mm-hmm.
beginning of last year, I started using women's clothing and everything, and then incorporating the wigs too. So if I'm gonna look like a woman, I'm gonna give you the baddest speech, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So if you're gonna do the job, do it right. so
Exactly.
so yeah, like that's the reason, honestly, why I do dress like that. And they start to accept. My mom like loves it, because my two sisters, like, they don't do makeup, they don't wear nails, they don't even wear earrings. Like I'm the little girly girl, and they're just like them. Like so my mom actually loves shopping with me, and she tells me what to wear and what not to wear and stuff. She's been a lot of help. And my dad, it has been a learning process for him, but he has been very accepting. And right now, like, he's very proud of me. Yesterday, actually, for my birthday, he was showing all his friends that he has met for the first time, like through years and years of knowing them. He was showing them my birthday video and my glam and all my videos. So he's very proud of me, and I love that. Honestly, I couldn't ask for a better.
That's so great. Like having a support system that's strong and
Yes.
supportive is like so, so important, especially because like, well, we live in Florida, and like our governor is passing these laws and
Oh,
these bills, and like it is very
yeah.
scary, like for all my trans friends or for all my LGBT friends. Like being an ally can only do so much. Like I'll support you and everything, but I can't stop DeSantis from fucking signing those things.
Yes.
And there is a
Mm.
fear, it's almost like I want to tell them like just move away, like move out of Florida and everything. But I think something that really helps a lot of my friends is like if their support system is so intact, then like I can take the world, like it's fine, like DeSantis can keep signing this. And I have a friend who like does drag, and he's like, I don't know if I should keep doing shows. Like who knows? And obviously, like the thing that happened in 2018 with Pulse nightclub, like there is
Yes.
always that fear every month. It's just like, oh, like if I go
Mm-hmm.
celebrate Pride, am I gonna die? Like, and that's one thing that like my mom
Yes.
has always said. She's like, you can go to the Pride parades and like be there for your friends, but she does have a fear of like, what if that Pride event that you go to is the one where like something bad happens, And it's not like
Exactly.
I'm doing something bad, it's not like we're doing something bad. It's just someone that has like been brought up wrong. And that is
Yeah,
like
it's very scary.
it's so scary. Like it's just watching it from the sidelines, not even like being in like the front line of the battlefield and everything. And it's just like it's scary and I don't know. So I think that's really great that
Yeah.
like you have a support system that's strong and everything because it really shows like you are like who cares? Like I'm gonna be me no matter what. And I think that really does
Yeah.
show like now that you're talking about that like even though it's been a learning curve, like now your parents like are like used to it and they're like, yep, like that's my son and like he does like all these things, like and that's super cool. And I think that's really important. And like I'm really, really glad that like you were able to get that, because especially in a
Thank
Hispanic
you.
household, like that is so
Yeah.
rare, unfortunately. Like
Yeah.
that's the truth. But
I
like
know.
I don't know. Like I don't know. It just it's really good to know
Yeah.
that you're
I
supported.
thank you, my love. Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm honestly feel very blessed, very fortunate because I know it's not the case for everyone, but it's not the case see for everyone. No, but but no, like honestly, it took years. It took some. The first couple of years was very hard, but I feel like everybody can learn, especially if you do it with love and with patience, in both sides. Honestly, it was a learning curve for me too. Having the patience, understand that what my parents were going through too. So it was very open and thankfully very mature to understand that at that very young age. But with love I feel like we can conquer the world, and little steps. We cannot change everybody in one day. It takes time, but yeah, we can do it.
Yes. So, what are you manifesting for the rest of this year? Like, what does Ramsey's Bane on all platforms look like?
Oh my god. Okay, so my goal, I know it's pretty big, but I know that if I get my shit together, I can do it. Is to get to 1 million followers. I have seen my friends do it. I have seen my friends do it in a couple of months. So why not?
Mm-hmm.
You just need to put the hard work in, and that's one of my goals. Yeah, this year I wanna hopefully travel. I wanna go to LA for the first time. I have never been, and I don't know, maybe find love. That maybe I don't know. It has been hard the past couple of months, but you never know. Maybe someone will just magically appear.
Are you like on like dating apps or are you just
No, no. I used to at the beginning of the year, but it's the same stuff all the time, and I just get bored. I prefer, the personal connection, like in person, like in front of you, seeing how they talk, seeing how they smell, seeing how they smell. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in person is better, but no dating apps.
okay,
Are you?
slay.
Are you on dating apps? Oh wait, no, you're
I have
not.
a
You
boyfriend.
can't be on dating. You have a boyfriend. I know. I know. I know.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh
Yeah,
my
my boyfriend and
god.
I, yeah, I'm definitely like you as well. Like, I was on dating apps for a day, and that was it. I hated it. It's all the same thing, and then like
Mm.
people will just like swipe yes on everybody, and then just be like, oh no, actually, like, then why'd you swipe? Like,
Yeah.
don't be weird.
No.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like I
No.
do like the genuine connections. Like all of my serious relationships have been all of my I've been into. And like I'm in the second one. It's been like a
Me.
genuine like meeting, like best friends first and then like I love like a good friends to lovers trope. That is like my favorite. So like that's what I've been to. So yeah, no dating apps for me.
Oh.
But would you ever post like your relationship online? Because I've seen people be like, absolutely not.
Oh my god, you got me shook with that question. Because I was actually thinking about that today, Casey. Oh my
Mm.
god. It's a little complicated, because if you do post it, your relationship is open for so many people. Like so many people can see everything, and they with those people comes their opinions about that relationship. So if you don't have a strong, brain or mindset, like it can really affect you. And even if you do have it, it can affect the
Mm-hmm.
relationship. It's gonna affect it either way. So it's complicated. I feel like if we're both on social media, maybe I don't know, it can happen. But I feel like it will be better if it's not. And I don't know. Honestly, I'm just open to whatever.
Because, well, like Bretman Rock, he had a relationship for like over 2 years and he never posted his partner. Like, to this
Yeah.
day, nobody knows who that partner is or was.
Yeah.
And like, I do see that, like, influencer wise, like, I can see how it can like affect a relationship. So, like, I don't know. I think like maybe posting like, oh, it's the anniversary, oh, this is a date. But like, I think doing like couple TikToks, like those prank videos, oh my god, instantly blocked. I
Oh my
hate
god.
couple
Yeah, I
prank
don't like the
videos.
prank. I don't like the couple prank videos, but I do like the little relationship videos, how they dance
No.
and they, prepare each other like breakfast and stuff. I'm a sucker for like I'm a romantic person for sure.
No, for sure. But then
Hopeless
sometimes I'm like, is
romantic.
this real? Like, do y'all really do this for each other?
I mean, they usually do it for the videos. Like, not for the videos. They do that stuff on real life, but they just decide to record that specific day. I do believe it's real. Sometimes it cannot be because social media is so tricky and so people are so like messed up too. But I feel like most of them are genuine, honestly.
Pues.
Agree to disagree. You're like, okay.
Everyone can have opinions, sweetie. Thank you.
Yes.
But Ramses, oh my god, we've been talking for 45 minutes. But
I love it.
thank you so much for being on the podcast. This time flew. Like, I just had so much fun talking to
I know,
you.
right? I can be talking to you forever.
No, literally. Oh my god, we need to catch up for real, for real. Like,
Yeah,
separately off
yeah.
a podcast. Because we haven't talked in so
Yes.
long, like, sat and chat. But this was so, so nice. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. Thank you for being a
Thank you
guest.
for having me.
And yeah, anything else you want to say?
Well, follow Casey on all their social media. I love her to death, and thank you for having me. You can find me as Ramses Bane on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere.
Yes.
And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. All of our links will be down below. Thank you so much. Like, follow, subscribe if you're on YouTube. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.